Welcome. So today we have a really lovely, simple and quite gentle practice. The intention being to simply give you a chance to come back into full connection with your body, the sensations moving through you, your breath, and through that to come to a greater state of just centeredness and balance. And hopefully it's just a nice stretch for your body as well. So we'll all come at this from a different place in that our bodies are all different, either stronger or more or less flexible. So every time with your practice, come at it from a place of trying to listen to and honor your body and meet where you are each day. So feel free to slightly tweak and adjust what I'm suggesting to suit you. It's a key part of learning to care for ourselves. So we're going to start lying on the mat today. Just stretch yourself out, or if that is uncomfortable for your low back, you might keep your knees bent and feet on the mat. And to begin with, just allow yourself a few moments to actually notice the points of contact that your body has with the mat underneath you. A few moments to perhaps notice the weight of your body and actually allow it. Allow the weight of your body to meet the mat underneath you. And then maybe you'd like to take a few slightly fuller, clearing breaths. Inhaling all the way to the top of your breath. And then maybe allowing that air to flow out through your mouth, almost in a slight or gentle sigh. Perhaps you'd like to do that a couple more times. Nice full breath in. And allowing that breath to flow all the way out. One more like that. And then just allowing your breath to land into its own natural rhythm. No need to force or control it. And from there, we'll gently draw the knees in toward the chest, perhaps slightly out to the sides of the rib cage. And you might just want to hold here, or maybe you want to do a gentle little rock from side to side. This might feel like a little bit of a massage for your low back, or maybe it would feel nice to circle the knees, beginning to feel how those hips are going today, continuing to keep that breath flowing nice and evenly the whole way. And from there, we'll take the left leg all the way down long on the mat and draw that right knee up toward the right armpit. Take a couple of nice full breaths in and out of the belly here. See if you can allow your shoulders to relax. One more breath like that. And from there, we'll reach the right arm out to the side and use that left hand to draw the knee across your body so that you come into a twist. You'll notice that my arm is not yet touching the mat. That's totally fine. Instead, I'm giving my body time to find and melt into that twist. I'm not forcing it. I'm taking some nice full breaths in and out. With each exhale, I'm seeing if the back of my rib cage is ready to perhaps twist or melt back toward that mat behind me a little more. And I'm feeling that gentle stretch, or maybe it's a strong one, through the back and side of that right hip. Just take one more breath on that side. Rolling back onto your back. Drawing both knees in toward your chest again. You might want to do that gentle rock from side to side again. And when you're ready, reaching the right leg out long on the mat, drawing the left knee toward the left armpit. Again, a couple of breaths here, relaxing the shoulders, breathing into the belly. And then stretching the left arm out to the side. Use the right hand to draw that knee across your body. Again, my left arm might lift up away from the mat. That's fine. I just take some nice steady breaths in and out through the nose. And with each breath out, I might discover that there's a little more twist there for me. And if not, that's okay too. Just really returning to the sensations in your body. Almost like your breath is a flashlight, searching out the places that might feel a little tighter, and you're inviting that air to flow into that space. And then inviting your body to soften with the exhale. Great. From there, let's come back onto our backs again. One more time, hugging the knees into the chest. And from there, we'll place the feet on the mat. So the knees are bent, the feet are on the mat, and the feet are roughly in line with the sit bones. So they're not all the way together, and they're not all the way out. So feet in line with sit bones, and arms running long by your sides. Take a moment to notice the feeling of your soles of your feet connecting with the mat. Really tuning into your feet and that connection. From there, take a breath in. As you exhale, begin to float the hips up into a shoulder bridge. You might not come up all the way up if that feels a little niggly for your back, or if you're okay, you might come as high as you can. Really grounding the soles of the feet. Keep breathing evenly. And then take a nice full breath into the sides of the rib cage. As you exhale, roll down, sequencing from top to bottom through your spine on the way down. Release the pelvis at the bottom. Take a breath in. As you exhale, float the hips back up. Inhaling at the top. Exhale to roll back down. Again, sequencing from top to bottom. Take a breath in at the bottom. Exhale to float back up. I'm still grounding those feet strong through my legs. We might hold for a moment or two this time. Keep that breath flowing in and out. Finding that strength through your legs. Let's take one more breath in and out here. And then another full breath in, and as you exhale, roll back down through your spine. From there, knees come up to the chest. You might roll onto your side here to get yourself upright, or you might start rolling and then come all the way to cross-legged. You can stay facing the way you are. I'm going to spin around so you can see me. So sitting cross-legged, or if that really isn't comfortable for you, you can come to a kneeling position. We'll reach one arm up to the sky and then take a nice side bend, dropping that lower shoulder to really find that opening through your side body. Taking a breath in and out, coming back through center, and going the other way. Again, I'm allowing that bottom shoulder to drop, keeping both my sit bones grounded rather than lifting one side up. And let's do one more each way. Again, exploring that sensation through the side body, through the ribs, taking a breath in, and then all the way back up. Great. From there, back to center. Now a little warm up for the neck and shoulders. Super simple. You might like to close your eyes down for this one. We're simply going to drop the chin down toward the chest. And then slowly float the chin up toward the sky. Now my intention is beautiful, slow, smooth and steady movement as I drop my chin and then float it back up. I'm avoiding going so high that I'm feeling bunchiness or tension in my neck. Instead, I'm moving within this smooth, pain-free range of motion. So notice if there are any wibble wobbles on the way up and down. It's fine if there are, just noticing and having that intention of smooth, easy, centered movement as you keep gliding the chin up and down. You might inhale as you lift the chin and then exhale as you lower it down. Let's do one more, inhaling to float the chin up. Exhaling to lower it down. And bringing your head back to neutral. Again, your eyes might be closed. As if you're looking over your right shoulder, you're going to twist the head that way. And slowly, smoothly come back through center, twisting to look toward the left. Coming back through center, twisting back over to the right. So you're going to keep slowly swapping from side to side. Again, the main intention is smooth, level, easeful movement. So I'm not trying to push into that twist. I'm just exploring the edges of my range and noticing what I notice. A nice little experiment for this super simple movement is to now shift your focus to the back of your head moving through space. So as you're twisting your head, focus on the back of your head moving through space. Focusing on the back of your head moving through space. Maybe the quality of your movement changed slightly. Let's come back to center. From there, we're going to come onto all fours. And everyone's favorite, just starting with a nice cat-cow, dropping the head and the tail, pushing firmly into the mat, arching your back up to the sky, and then going the other way, reaching your heart forwards and tail high. Let's exhale to drop the head and the tail. Again, pushing into the mat, and then inhale to go the other way. You can go at the pace that matches your breath. You might want to hold in one of these shapes as you continue to breathe for a moment or two. This is again just a little wake up for the spine. And I always encourage people to free form a little here. If your body wants a little side bend, then you're very welcome to do that. Or if you perhaps want to rock back toward your heels a little and then move forward again, you're very welcome to do that. Really following your own body's cues, just allowing a bit of flow to start moving through your system. Let's go 2 more breaths. Last breath in and out. Then make your way back to a neutral or flat back and tuck your toes behind you. Spread your fingers wide, push down strong into the mat. Take a breath in. As you exhale, hover your knees away from the mat. Inhale, lower them back down. We'll do that 2 more times. Exhale to hover. Inhale to lower. Little bit of strength work here to wake us up. Exhaling to hover. Inhaling to lower. If any of this feels too much, adjust to make it you. We're going to hover the knees again this time. Shift the hips up and back, really pushing and lengthening through my arms, finding downward facing dog. It's totally fine if the knees are bent and your heels do not need to touch the floor. So really just sense what works for your body. From there, we'll drop one heel, slightly bend the opposite knee. And then swap sides. Drop the other heel, slightly bend the opposite knee. So one more time each side. And last one. From there, lower the knees down to the mat. Take your heart forward, tail high. Exhale, drop the head and the tail, angry cat. Inhale, come to flat back, tuck your toes. Then lift back up to downward facing dog. Nice. You might come straight back down if you're doing okay. Let's float both heels up and away from the mat. And then lower them toward the mat. 2 more times, inhaling to lift the heels, exhaling to lower them. Last one, inhaling to lift, exhaling to lower. And from there, we're going to walk forward to the front of the mat. If you need to bring your hands to your thighs, if your back's a bit niggly, that's fine. We're coming to forward fold. So you might have the hands reaching down toward the floor. You might need to support the weight of your body on your thighs. Again, tune into your body. You want to feel that you can allow your upper body to relax and cascade down to the mat. Back of the neck is nice and soft. Let's take 2 breaths in and out. One more breath there. Beautiful. Allow a bend in your knees. Feel your feet connect to the mat and then roll all the way up to standing. Take a beautiful big breath in. Reaching those arms to the sky. Hands come to prayer. Then coming down through heart center. Exhale all the way down to that forward fold again. Let's bring the hands to the front of the thighs. Lengthen the spine. A little half lift. And then come to forward fold again and find your way back to that downward facing dog. Nice. Lower the knees down to the mat and then flatten the feet. Sink your hips back down toward your heels. Stretch the arms forwards. Maybe your forehead can meet the mat. Just taking a few deep breaths in and out there. Looking down toward the mat or forehead on the mat, reaching those fingertips forwards. 2 more breaths here. One more breath. And from there, we're going to float up onto the knees. You might bring them inward slightly. Then release your pelvis toward the mat. And open the chest up toward the front. Good. Push down into your hands. Look down at the mat. Sink your hips back toward your heels. You're going to come out in and out of this a few times. Rocking forwards, opening through the front of those hips. Push down and heart forwards. So if this is niggly for your back, only go as far as works for you. Again, push into the hands and the mat, sink your weight back. A few more times at your pace, with your breath, seeing if you can find that flow in the movement. One more time. This time, come back to a neutral spine, tuck your toes, lift the hips downward facing dog. One breath in and out. And then walking forwards to the front of the mat, forward fold. Again, if you need to have bent knees, that's 100% fine. One more beautiful big breath in and out. Then inhaling, coming all the way up to standing. Again, you can keep facing the way you are. Reaching the arms up toward the sky, grasping one wrist with the opposite hand. Take a nice big side bend. Ground through both feet. And then coming back up to center. Swap wrists, bending the other way. Grounding through both feet. And back up to center. One more time. And over to that second side. Beautiful. From there, bring the arms down to your sides, palms forwards. Relax your shoulders. You might want to close your eyes down. And just give yourself a moment to land in center. So really allowing yourself to feel and sense your weight through the soles of your feet. From left to right, you might even do a gentle little sway to help you sense where you are. Also from front to back on those feet. Really gently but solidly planting those feet into the ground, feeling your legs rising up from that place, your spine, the crown of your head, and allowing your shoulders to soften. Just taking a few breaths here. Feeling your center. One more breath in and out. And from there, reach the hands to the sky. Bring the hands to prayer pose in front of the chest or the heart center, and then coming down into chair. So this is a great one to bring a bit of presence, strength, solidity to the system. Feel those feet grounded. I'm going to turn, you can stay the way you are. And just notice if you're leaning all the way forward, perhaps come a little shallower in your squat until you can lift your chest. Keep that feeling of lift and then begin to come back down into your squat a little bit. And also notice if all your weight is forwards and all the tension is in your knees, then maybe bring your weight back onto your heels a little, or maybe all your weight is back and you can bring your weight forward a little. Have a play with, again, finding that center in your chair pose as well. If you need to come out of it, you're doing so well. Keep breathing. From here, if you want the extra challenge, reach your arms long. Try not to dip that chest. Keep breathing nice and steady. We're here for another 3 full breaths. You might want to go a little lower if you're feeling okay. 2 breaths. Last breath. On the next inhale, grow tall, reach to the sky. Hands to heart center, flowing all the way down to forward fold. A little half lift, hands to the front of the shins. And then back to your forward fold. And all we're going to do is step the right foot back. And then take that knee down, flatten the foot behind you. My front foot is under my front knee, or roughly. Take a nice breath in, reach the arms up. Beautiful. From there, we're going to do a side bend over to the left. If you're lucky, you might feel more of a stretch through the front of that right hip or thigh. Come back up to center. Exhale, take the hands down to the mat. You can have a little play here. You might gently rock in and out of that stretch a little. If that's not giving you much of a stretch, you have the option to tuck your back toe, lift that back knee, and then come in and out of a bent knee, beginning to straighten that front leg. So more of a stretch if you're opting for that one. Just another couple of moments here, exploring those hips. Beautiful. Let's all take the back knee down if you had it lifted. Walk the hands back and take your weight towards your back heel. Begin to straighten that front leg. Maybe you pull the toes towards your nose. Just gazing down towards your mat, you should feel a stretch through the back of that front leg. Holding it for one more breath in and out. Great, walk the hands forwards, frame the front foot, tuck your back toe, lift that knee. I'm going to reach left arm up to the sky, a little twist over that way. One more breath in and out there. Beautiful, and from there, bring that hand down. We're going to step to the front of the mat, forward fold. Big breath in and out. Rolling all the way up. Inhale, reach to the sky. Either hands to heart center or keep the arms reaching. Find your chair pose again. Again, play with where your weight is. Notice if you're sinking your chest, maybe you need to come a little higher in your squat first. Keep breathing nice and steadily. Feel that connectedness through the soles of your feet into the mat, the strength in your legs. One more breath in and out. Then inhale, grow tall. Exhale, forward fold. Breath in, hands to the front of your shins, little half lift. And back to forward fold. Step the left foot back. Take the knee down, flatten that foot. Inhaling to rise on up to your kneeling lunge. Let's take a little side bend toward the right this time. Holding it there for a moment, keep breathing. If you're lucky, you'll get that extra stretch through the front of the left hip and thigh. Back up to center. Take the hands down to the mat. This might be enough of a stretch for you. If not, pick up that back knee. You might bend the front knee, then begin to straighten it a little. Bend it, then begin to straighten it a little. One more time if that's you, otherwise just holding in that kneeling lunge is fine. Let's all take that knee down, flatten the back foot. Walk those hands back, weight toward your back heel, beginning to straighten the front leg. You might draw the toes back towards your nose. Finding that stretch through the back of that front leg. One more breath in and out. And then walking the hands forwards. Pick up that back knee, and this time I'm going to step back to downward facing dog. Nice. From there, let's all come to a plank. You can lower the knees immediately if you need to. If you're doing okay, just holding that plank nice and steady. Strong breaths in and out. Doing really great. From there, lower the knees to the mat if that feels best for you. We're going to bend the elbows, coming all the way down onto the mat. Then the option of cobra or up dog. Lowering down onto your tummy. And we'll all do a little thigh stretch while we're here. Spot that a lot of us are tight. So we'll reach the left arm forwards. Bend the right knee. From there, reach around to grab your right foot or ankle. If that feels too far away, you can grab a towel or a strap to wrap around the front of your foot. From there, think of tilting your tailbone down toward the mat to flatten your back a little. Then kick your foot away from you to the back of the mat and resist gently with your hand. Then we're going to allow that foot to come toward your body, finding a stretch through the front of that right leg. Let's do that 2 more times. Kicking away, gently resist with the hand. Then allow the foot toward your glutes, hopefully finding more stretch through the front of that leg. Last time, kicking away. And then allowing foot toward the glutes, for a breath or two, really focusing on finding that stretch through the front of that thigh. We'll release that foot, swap sides. So right arm reaches forward, left knee bends. Reach around, grabbing that left foot or ankle. If you need it, use a towel or a strap. Start by tilting your tailbone down toward the floor. Then kick that foot away from you toward the back of the mat. Then allow the foot to come toward you. You're aiming to find a stretch through the front of that left thigh. If you're not feeling a stretch, make sure you've got that tailbone tilted down toward the floor. Let's kick back again. Then allow the foot toward the glutes. Last time, kicking back. Foot toward the glutes. Holding for a breath or two. Almost like you're breathing into the front of that thigh. Then release that leg, stretching both legs out long. And just rest your forehead on your hands for a moment. You might do a little shake from side to side through the hips, just to release the hips and the low back a little. And come to rest in center. Just taking some nice, relaxed, steady breaths in and out. Go 3 more breaths there. And then bring your hands to the side of your rib cage. Shifting just for a moment, those hips back toward the heels before switching your legs to face to the front of your mat. From here, just for a moment, and stretch those legs forwards and think of reaching your spine high and just gently reach the arms forwards. If this is too much, you can have a bolster or cushions underneath your knees here to support if you're really tight through the back of your legs. We're going to take a nice big breath in. As you exhale, just gently lean forwards a little to increase that stretch through the back of your legs. Totally fine if you've got that pillow or bolster under your knees. Allow the hands to find the front of the legs and then just gazing forwards. One more breath in and out there. And then sitting upright, we're going to finish with another twist. So taking right foot across the left. Hug with that opposite arm. And then look over your right shoulder. Don't worry about how far you get yet. Instead, think of growing tall through your spine. Take a nice breath in. As you exhale, see if there's a little more twist there. No need to force. Inhale, grow tall. Exhale, see if there's a little more twist. Last one. And then coming back to center. Stretch the right leg out. Step the left foot across. Hug with the opposite arm. Start by growing your spine tall. And exhale, begin to look toward the left. I think I may have said look toward the wrong way before. We're going to inhale to grow long. Exhale to twist. One more time, inhale to grow long. Exhale to twist. And coming back to center, take your hands behind you, feet out wide on the mat, and just do a few gentle, slow little windscreen wipers of the knees. there's any other movement or posture that your body is looking for right now, then please follow that cue. And if you're ready, you can now stretch yourself out long for Shavasana. Lying your shoulder blades flat and flush underneath you. You might want to bolster under your knees. And again, like we did at the start, really inviting and allowing the full weight of your body to be surrendered to the surface underneath you. Might like to stay here for a few moments. Otherwise, hopefully that was just the little reset that you needed for your day, a bit of movement through your body. If there was part of that practice that felt really good and like exactly what you needed, it might have been the resting stuff, it might have been the stronger stuff like chair or plank pose. Take a mental note of that, because different movements impact our nervous system and our body differently. So sometimes when we're feeling agitated, we might need something really strong to burn off some of that agitation. Or maybe we're kind of running on fumes and we actually need to slow down and soften. As you return to this practice or others, you'll get to know what you need at different times to help your system find balance again. So really staying attuned to what your body is telling you and how it responds is the key. Thanks for joining, and hope to see you